Kampala, Uganda's capital commercial business center. The place where every Ugandan aspires to live and make a fortune. The place of limitless opportunities. If you have dreams and aspirations to be rich and loaded. The center of Uganda's financial markets. A place where you can afford to dream and live your financial dreams if you are street smart and know how to get your way around. It can also be the place where you can get lost and just realize that you do not belong here. Yet many avenues, much more than what people realize, offer numerous opportunities from which money can be made. The capital markets. They are the new and exciting ways of making fortunes, saving money and investments. This year, the Capital Markets Authority set out with a novel idea to tickle the young students from 19 universities in Uganda and to stimulate their ideas of how to get into capital markets and the stock exchange.
And I think as far as I'm concerned, let's go for it. And
Hello, and welcome to the second episode in the series of the Capital Markets Universities Challenge. My name is Tinkasimire Israel, and as usual, I am your presenter. Last week, we witnessed the finalists being announced and briefed on the procedures. There was subsequently 150,000 shillings as initial seed capital each team. This week, they must formulate business clubs in their various universities. They must set up club structures in these universities, leave alone investing in them, and agreeing on business ideas that they will come up with. What is most challenging is that they're supposed to be creative enough to connect and link these business clubs and business ideas to the capital markets. Now, it is the time to turn their theoretical knowledge into viable and working business clubs. Let's see how they get down to business.
Makerere University Business School, commonly known as MUBS, it is Uganda's premier business training institution. Word has gone out throughout the campus about a new and exciting capital markets investment club.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime because
Some interested students have been mobilized to join the club.
I'm Mugiza Davis. I think you all know me. I'm doing entrepreneurship.
We are calling upon you.
The three essay writing finalists, Darius, Andrew and Crispin, are in charge here.
So we want to set up an investment club that will actually show the importance of capital markets, where we shall encourage savings and investments. As students, you know, after living here, you need to know that you may not get a job, but how can you create income for yourself? You need to invest and you need to save as a student. So that is the whole idea behind the capital markets essay competition. And this is the final stage where we have formed this club, which will last and which will go beyond MUBS as people know more about capital markets. And you never know, this club may expand. You get a job, you can get a job. So this club is for us all. We are all to benefit. As you have a business, that's how this club will be. We sensitize people about the importance of capital markets in MUBS, in Uganda, in East Africa, and in the whole world, to make sure that people learn how to save and invest so that we can alleviate poverty in the country. That is the whole mission and vision of the club.
After the concept for the investment club is outlined, they embark on proposing a name for their club.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now look at the club's name. Which name can we give to our club? Let us look at the name that we can give our club that can make it good and show that we are actually promoting the importance of capital markets.
Now, since this one is based in MUBS,
Yes.
we can suggest the name like Capital Market Investment Club MUBS, which means it is based in MUBS.
Yes.
I think for me, I would suggest Wealthy Lords Investment, Capital Markets Investment Club, MOOBS. Lords.
Wealthy Lords.
Yeah.
I would suggest we call it MOOBS Club, Capital Market Investment.
MOOBS Club, Capital Markets Investment. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone with another name? So we have three names. We have three names where we have to choose one name.
When we are suggesting about the business names, we should look at the length, then the content in the business name,
Yes.
and maybe how it can appeal to the people around. Is it showing the mission of the club? Is it showing our aim and objectives? So as we are selecting, that's what we should put in mind.
Okay. How many are for Capital Markets Investment Club MOOBS in quote? How many?
I'm good at suggesting.
How many are for Wealthy Lords Capital Markets Investment Club? And lastly, how many are for MOOBS Club Capital Markets Investment Club? Okay. So unanimously we support the new name Capital Markets Investment Clubs MOOBS.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that activity. So the name suggested for the investment club is Capital Markets Investment Club, MOOBS, in brackets CMIC.
MOOBS.
Now, we need to...
Next, the excited new members put in place a management structure.
So we need to know who will be who and who will do what. And this should be done democratically, where everyone needs to participate. We shall suggest names, and we shall vote and see who will do what and who will be who.
I think we should see the organogram or the organization chart so that we can avoid getting some other structures which will be useless.
The first in the hierarchy, organizational structure, we have the directors. These are the three people who are behind the investment club. Then below those ones, we shall have the manager. That is the person who will be the overall person to make sure everything is moving on well with all other departments. Then we also have the accountant. That should be someone who is not money loving. So it should be someone who should be careful with the funds, make sure he makes accountability. Then we also have the general secretary. That is the person who will be writing everything, minutes as we meet. We also have the public relations officer. This will be the person who will be connect us to different people, also getting more market for us and selling out our investment club. We also have the coordinator. This is the person who will make sure if we have a meeting, are the people there? Is the place organized? Are seats there? That will be the coordinator. Then we also have the productions manager. Productions manager, this will be the person who will be responsible for the production and the quality of the products and making sure that the products are there in time. Then we also have the procurement. This will be the person to purchase all the raw materials, everything that will be required in the club. That will be the procurement manager. Then we lastly have the marketeer. This will be the person to make sure our products are being sold. Wherever he goes, he tries to get market. It is now our time to take them up. And we have all
The structure now in place, it is time to get to the real business of proposing the business ideas.
So we need to come up with an idea now. Which idea can we do? Which business can we do that can actually be of importance to this country, to this university, and to demonstrate the importance of the capital markets?
It is something that may look funny to you, finding a university student selling pancakes. But I thought about it, and I found out that a pancake business would do well.
She has an idea of packaging fruits.
Me, I'm suggesting that we put up a canteen in school.
We put up a canteen.
We start up a finance lending club.
Yes.
We contribute some little money, then we add on our seed capital, then we start lending out that money, so that at the end of the day, we get some small interest on that money.
I would suggest that we can supplement with some drinks alongside the pancake business, like the safi, because somebody may buy 1, 2, 3, and may need also to accompany it with a drink. Yes, and this pancake business, I know it is just it will take place just within 3 weeks.
And we have actually started up our investment club. Its name is Capital Markets Investment Club, MUBS, and we have recruited members, and we are now 15 members in the club, and we have assigned responsibilities to the members to make sure our investment lasts for long. And we have, on top, we have the 3 directors. These are the people who are behind the idea, those who participated in the challenge. Then we have the manager, we have the procurement manager, we have the general secretary, we have the productions manager, and we also have the accountant who will be taking care of the books of accounts. And we have actually started, because we are starting on Monday, with selling, and the idea is to sell the pancakes around the University of Mubus. And our selling strategy will be selling in lecture rooms, selling to lecturers, selling in hostels, so that our investment club can last for long.
Makerere University Kampala, Uganda's oldest university. It has a reputation and honor as the leading institution to protect and fight for. The 3 essay writing finalists, Emmanuel, Peter and James, have already chosen the name for the club, Makerere University Students Investment Club. In short, music.
The club's name is Makerere University Investments. Okay, Makerere University Students Investment Club. That's its name. In brief, it is music. We can call it music.
Through word of mouth, they initially attract 8 students who meet in week 1 to plot how the club is to run. The first item they tackle on their agenda is the vision for their club, otherwise known as music.
What is the suitable vision that can summarize everything?
As per now, we are starting the club that has not been existing in Makerere. One thing is that we are not supposed to look at maybe making profit from what you are doing. You know, when you are starting a club, we may have different aims. One, it can be sales maximization or profit maximization. But at the moment, we can start by sales maximization. We get what we can do to get money. But now in future, as in we are looking at profit coming in future, but as per now, we have to widen our labor, our market, as in we can start something and we sell what we have, as we are going to discuss what we are going to venture in from the money we have, but we should look at the future perspective of our club.
Next, the members propose and agree on the objectives that their club will aspire to.
You know, we as students, given that we don't have much money, you may not invest with the little that we have. So our club will help people to pool their money together, and we can be able to buy something, say from the stock market, and maybe make a business when you have pooled our resources together. So the club itself is a platform to facilitate investments. So our objective here will be to provide a platform for students.
For music, creating a mission statement is also very crucial.
Let's now find a statement, a mission statement for our club. Together we stand as a team to exploit our potentials, to impart substantial confidence in our long-term capital investments for the benefit of our future. I think our major concern is in our future, and how are we going to make our future better.
Next, they realize that their club has to have a legal framework.
Club, we are going to set a memorandum and articles of association, but still problem.
It was now time to choose the leadership that will steer the club forward.
The leadership structure. We have the president as Mr. Mohanj Emmanuel Dennis. The vice president is going to be Okiria Ben is there. And the General Secretary, we have him as Mwanji. James is here, is present. Then the Publicity Secretary, we have Russ Peter. And the marketing managers, we have Godfrey Chamuzi. And Auditor General, we have Oked Brian. I think those are the current. Yeah.
Next, it's time to discuss the investment ideas.
We want to diversify. We don't want to just get our feet.
They did the unexpected and zeroed down on selling Kenya Safaricom airtime cards.
We have also looked at the market, and there is no competition at the same time. We have looked at the market, we have found out that the market is too big, the demand is very high. Compared to MTN, which is being sold everywhere. Everywhere you go, there are very many booths everywhere selling MTN. I think Safaricom will be better because the demand is high and the supply is low.
Other investment ideas were also mooted.
No, we could have many businesses like maybe selling Rolex around. Yeah. But no.
Is that they are trying to
Then, the crux of the investment clubs in the first place. How to get involved in capital markets.
That's why we are supposed to invest on tangible, as in tangible business. After raising money, we have to also join the capital market.
As the meeting drew to a close, an impromptu visit by Judge Judith Owembabazi, who had come by to monitor their progress.
Today I'm here to listen into what the new investment club at the Makerere University is doing, to be able to evaluate and assess how their performance is. In short, I'm one of the 3 judges on the CMA Universities Challenges panel. This is my first time to meet the club, and it's kind of exciting really, because if somebody gave you 50,000 today and said start up an investment club, I'd probably be baffled. That's fuel for a day. But to see that all these ideas that they're coming up with, selling airtime, doing Rolex, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be exciting, and I'm yet to visit other clubs, and may the best team win.
They end their meeting with a discussion on more ways of raising money and aggressive recruitment drive.
We're going to incur costs. So first of all, let us first venture on Safaricom, and you see what we are going to get back. Then we will apply back into different ventures, as in we want to widen our source of income.
Still a relatively new university, Kampala International University is dominated by an international students population. Interested students have been mobilized and now gather to form their investment club.
My name is Davina Kweka. I'm in second year, second semester.
But the start here seems to be a cautious start. To steer the club to focus on the aim of the challenge, Capital Markets Coordinator Hamid has to take charge.
Divide up ourselves into different teams, which is going to form the investment club formally. So we've got two ways of working out this whole arrangement. Either we elect people to different committees, or people assign themselves to different committees which they feel they can really offer more service to the club.
Most members are meeting for the first time, and this initially affects the proceedings.
We're just like introducing ourselves to the club. We haven't gone further to know each and everyone by maybe by name, by personality and character. So since we're just like launching it, it would be better if we got like, if we use the advantage of the chairperson to help us coordinate as we are identifying more eligible people who are going to like commit themselves to the club.
The positions on offer are announced.
Of the club, and we do away with the direct elections.
The members can also join a committee where they can have an input.
Let's agree that whichever committee you feel like you can serve, because now you know yourself better, you go in there.
But these positions are to be probationary, as they gradually get to study one another's abilities.
But then after a month or 2 months, then we can go into for direct elections and then get members to assign themselves. I mean, we assign them to the particular committees later on.
I think I can serve better in the marketing committee because I've always loved marketing and I like meeting people's needs
and satisfying them basically.
Okay, on the accountability committee, you know, the proper keeping of records for a venture like this to prosper, actually, that seriousness has to be there. Now, I trust myself and I believe in myself that I'm going to perform well in that line.
I want to be under accountability committee just because I want to see the prosperity of this investment club. Yes.
Joseph is elected as interim presiding partner and now takes charge of the meeting. Business ideas are solicited.
We are going straight to the business idea without wasting time. Let me talk about full scraps. I suggest that maybe we buy some kind of ream of paper and then we place on our photocopiers around. Each one maybe takes some few papers, sells to friends in class, like that as will be. That one encourages teamwork.
Agreement is not readily forthcoming.
Is he considering the carriage? Because how many reams would a student carry or a member of Capital Club carry every morning?
Most of the students, when the semester begins, they normally come with enough reams of paper because they know they are for exams.
I was proposing that we have a promotion. We promote maybe sports here. We have a tournament whereby we use that money to sponsor them, so that if anyone is to register to participate in those games, we pay a lump sum of money of which can support the club.
There's a lot of garbages around here, so we come out with something that we collect garbages.
I'm proposing the selling of hair time on a basis that first of all it is wide based, because when you buy like about 10 each of us to carry it in a class, it will be widespread, and more so it is what continuous, because it will never end shortly. Continuously students will continue to buy airtime, and first of all it is also portable.
I'm selling of airtime.
Airtime.
How many?
I am seconding that. So basically we've agreed that the idea we're going to pick on right now is going to be selling airtime.
But before they conclude, it occurs to them that the name of the club should have come first.
Whatever name you come up with should have an investment something at least.
For me, I suggest to be Kampala International University Investment Club.
There's another one that has just come up, mobile airtime. What about mobile investors? Since you're catering to the mobile phones, and you're also mobile. Mobile investors.
Majority vote is mobile investors.
Mobile. So
our club name is
mobile.
Members have decided that this club will be dealing in selling airtime among fellow students within classes and among administrators, and other people will be coming into the university using various marketing strategies. Basically, which will be creative approaches to see to it that at least the way we sell our airtime is on the normal way, the usual way airtime is being sold. We shall basically reach out to fellow friends, colleagues, and everyone who is interested at various times of the day and the night to take the airtime to them. We've just selected members to various key positions in the club, and that is the presiding officer, the person responsible for the general duties of the club. Then we also have the assistant presiding officer, who will be deputizing the presiding officer to give him a hand where it's necessary. Then we also have the accounting officer, and then the financial partner basically. We shall be having a recording partner and a financial or accounting partner. So effectively the club is starting tomorrow to start selling airtime within the university and outside the university. We've come up with an idea to supplement the little money we have as seed capital. We've come up with an idea of a car wash theme day, under which we shall be inviting different capital markets or the public generally to bring in their cars. We shall be dealing basically with first of all with the internal people within the university. We shall be washing their cars to raise money from them, and also invite other public stakeholders of the capital market industry so that we can wash for them cars to raise funds to supplement the little money we have.
What are the ideas that were brought in first for the name of the club?
Members raised various names to the club. For instance, KIU Investment Club, the elite investors, KIU, Utaki, Utaki Club. Other people were raising the CAT meaning since we're going to be selling airtime, we shall be selling airtime from Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Then, those are some of the names which were raised. But members xeroxed down to mobile investors, since we're going to be mobile, all that will be done within the academic, or rather the normal, within hours which are convenient to our students' way of operation.
Well, you have seen them. For some it was easy, for others it was nail-biting. But however, the clubs have been formed and ideas mooted. What is left now is to put these ideas into implementation. Next week, we'll be treated to the results. Make sure you stay tuned. Until then, my name is Israel Tinkasimire, your presenter.